Hi, welcome. I'm Priscilla Vatzel. This is Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery's demonstrations and tutorials. Let's have some fun. This is another 18 by 24 inch canvas, and I have a sort of a plan for background. And it starts with a bunch of blues and purples. And this is Blue Velvet. Which I'd like to go all the way to the other end. But I'm not sure what I'm doing because I've never covered this amount of surface area. And I want to not use it all up, so I'm going to split the difference. Well, that was not a good start. Let's move it down, I guess. Because I want to put orange at the bottom. Helps if I don't drip. I'll do a little deep amethyst. I think I'll just do puddles. Some Snapdragon. Got Perfect Indigo. Which I think I just saw something come out of. Thank goodness for classes. I wasn't going to put any cerulean blue in, and I'm not sure that that's going to be the case. This is Egyptian blue. And Blue Flame. And yes, I'm going to put some cerulean blue in. And that ought to be a lot of paint. I could have used some agave blue too. The blue's not dry. I had a chance to get most of the blue off my hands. That was a good thing. And now I want to spread some orange. Which I am kind of low on, evidently. But I'm going to count on the fact that the orange is persuasive for other colors. This is Pink Carnation. This is Saffron. I call this color Tangerine, but it's basically just a mix of yellow and orange. And I'm going to see how far I can get my orange crush to go. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I've got some Violet-Interference. This is well and truly dry. I think I'm going to move my black out of the way and position this. see where that takes us. I've got my biggest rubber brush. And now I've got extra. What to do with the extra? I think first thing I'll do is clean up the overflow. And hope for the best. I think I'm going to take some of this. Actually, I haven't put interference anything on a color other than black so far, so seems like I could have used more interference and squeegeed it off with the rubber brush. In any case, I've got extra. I'm really not sure what to do with it. So I'm going to take a risk and use it. Originally I thought I was going to be using gold. Now I think I'm just going to leave that alone, other than the thing that I see that I need to take out, which I hope is not in the canvas. Got it in time so that it will probably meld. I'm not doing myself any favors. I'm going to stop messing with it. Am I? Can I? I wonder. Alright, I still want some yellow, and I've got water lily, yellow orange, which is plugged. I'm going to try a little let's make sure that's clean. I've been thinking about this for a few days, but I really haven't come up with any strong conclusions. as to what I should be doing. I was kind of hoping if I started, I'd become inspired. And Michael's tool. Which I'm just going to wipe off. I can always add more yellow later. That is Water Lily. And this is Frozen Amethyst. Okay, those marks are in there to stay. That was weird, something yucky in there. Well, I see the water lily does not show up over the orange, so that's good I used some frozen amethyst. I might wind up just leaving that. Well, I don't know if that's possible. I wonder how it's going to dry. because I love the orange showing through right now. Nothing's coming out. Must not be time to do this. Maybe use a different color. I'm inclined to put something in here. I see the Rhapsody Rose. Which fortunately is open. Size brush. Nope, I need a bigger brush than that brush. A medium large size brush, which is not as clean as it could be. think I'm going to throw a little Dancing Fuchsia in there just to brighten that up. Although I kind of like the color since I walked away and came back. I was getting ready to mix some more color. That did not work the way I had hoped. But I suppose I could try my sponge. See what happens. I just wind up adding, oh, that wasn't good. So this Interference Purple Violet dried nicely, but I want to make it highlighted. So I'm going to use some Cyan Aqua, either on the inside or the outside, and I hadn't decided until right now. And I think it's going to have to be on the outside. Stop short of the end if I can. Correct my mistake. Before it gets too out of control. If you're fast, you don't leave any residual. If you're not fast, you're going to leave a shadow. Like that, I still need to fix. Kind of need to be someplace I can see what I'm doing. You stop short and join them together. And grab a Q-tip. My little overage. Otherwise, I've got an issue moving all of that out. I didn't realize until I looked at it. Well, imperfect is going to have to be good enough. If you've got stuff to repair like this, take your time. thinking about water lily on the inside. I'm trying to stop myself from worrying too much about what's going on. With this one line. I also want some yellow. I'm going to have to try and remember to keep my vision open. This is yellow-orange. And I'm going to grab, hopefully, a little tiny tool. Miniature nail art tools. Probably not miniature, they're probably the appropriate size. Yeah, I like that. I just don't know if I want to put it all the way around. And I'm still contemplating the water lily, which will dry this dark on the blue, but might look great like that. I thought about silver. I'm not done thinking about it, but right now it occurs to me I would like to go with some blue velvet, which is basically the same color that's there already. Maybe I want cerulean blue instead. Thought about frozen. Cerulean blue, no. Maybe it should be Midnight Shadow or, yeah, there we go. Perfect Indigo. Give it a little shake. So I didn't follow the outline, but that's okay. Because the outline sort of disappeared at a certain point in time. I'm going to take those bubbles out of there. Hopefully. It's kind of dark. That was what I had in mind, as opposed to black. I wish it were a little fatter down at the end. Playing with fire now. Being called to some pink diamond, which really could be tickled pink if I wanted it to be brighter, but I think the pink diamond is a good idea. I guess we'll find out together. And I'll grab that little tool again, hopefully. I left it accessible. I was going to pop a bubble and it went on its own. I'm trying to remember, this must have been dazzling white. Not sure what else I want to do with that yet. Nothing yet, probably. Now, no matter what I might stripe, I'm not going to do it yet. But I think I am going to use A little more pink diamond. Should it be pink diamond? Yeah, I guess it should. I'm going to make sure to give myself a good vision, a good view. I don't know that I'm thinking I'm very good at this yet. I'm just going to move that in and fill in over the orange. I like sharp ends. This is a problem. If I let it be. I know those will dry pretty nicely. Trying to think of anything else I might want to do right now while I can. I could do yellow, but that might be distracting. It can't be orange. I think I'm done for the moment. So this is dry, and it's been some days since I worked on it, and I love how the violet interference turned out. But I really want to do some more to fill in the spot that's missing. But I'd really like it to come out a lot more easily than that. I should have checked the tip first. I've got Q-tips to clean up if I need to. Thinking I need a slightly wider rubber brush than the one I picked. Wish me luck. I think that'll work. I'm not going to fix the top. I think if I mess with the top, I'm going to be in trouble. But I'm not going to waste my spare. Just going to be trying to be really careful. I think that's going to work. If I need to do it to the last space again, I will, but I don't know that that's going to be the case. So I had to decide. I want something in here, and I thought Royal Sapphire, but then I saw the Frozen, and I thought maybe I'd rather have that. And it's kind of a similar color to what's there already, but I don't know. Maybe I'll go back again. At least the Royal Sapphire's coming out easily. Come on, dip off. And I've lost my favorite nail art tool in the larger size, so I'm going to use a smaller one. It should be fine. I haven't known exactly what to do with this. I'm just going to do it as I go along, I guess. I've got sour apple, is it? Yes, it is. That's not going to bother me too bad, I don't think. Not sure what else to do right yet. I kept thinking some orange dots would be nice. But where to put them exactly? Alright, I don't hate that. I'm thinking about some tickled pink since I'm here. And I haven't run out of time yet. Not coming out. Come on out. It's a little hard working with them when they're almost empty. Make sure there's no paint chips. Almost put my finger in the orange. Matter of fact, I did. I just didn't smear it. Luckily. I want something in here, but I'm not sure what yet. I'm kind of thinking something purple. Like frozen amethyst. Maybe not. I've got cerulean blue. That could work. If it doesn't, I might have to take it away. The question is how to get it in there. And what will I do with it once I get it in there? Probably should have shaken it, looks like. Kind of like the color though. think it's going to be rough. But I also think it might be exactly the right color. Almost done. Alright, that's going to have to do for now. So very cool. I found my missing larger nail art tool. And I want to add some black. I want to stripe out some of my stripes. So I'm going to fast forward. Just going to use the medium black. That's probably more than I need. I might use the small tool for the white. We'll see. I might use it for the large. I might use it for the first. Let's try it. Then I'll fast forward. And now I'm going to use some Cyan Aqua, and hopefully I won't waste too much paint dotting on the green. So I haven't done anything with this painting for a while. I haven't exactly known what to do. But I got an inspiration today, and we're going to try the dazzling white. And then I'm going to fast forward through the dotting process. So I'm not 100% how this is going to look, so I'm going to go to trial. And I know that that red violet right there is going to dry darker, but that's okay with me. And I'm going to fast forward one. So after much deliberation, I have come to the conclusion that I'm going to at least give this cerulean blue a try. And if I like it, I might use it to stripe something. I ought to know better than to talk and try and paint. Let me grab a small. Hopefully that fixed it. Yeah, I like that. We'll try it. I've got a sponge standing by. Let's fix this first. I like my points. Alright, I've got a much wider brush, and I've got one of my toothy tools, my homemade plastic spatula head. Well, it's not homemade, but the notches are homemade. This is fairly risky. I haven't tried to make a stripe this wide. I might as well go all the way down. I need a limited amount of paint. I need no bottles in my way at all, which is a problem right at the moment. Okay, resolved. Now, I'm going to take a small brush and start this. I think that might be smart. I think I'm going to like it, but I'd like it to behave. And I might want some more right over here. No paint chips. Alright, I'm hoping one stroke will go a distance. I don't know how to do this, but I've got quite a bit of paint, so I better figure it out pretty quick. Take that thing that does not belong out of there. Grab another brush. Do I go the distance? If I have enough paint, I can go the distance. Since I'm going to try and use my toothy tool right after I get that thing out of there. It's actually going a little better than I anticipated. I don't want to leave it too long. I really want to go all the way over to the edge. I picked the tool with the widest teeth on it so it would scrape up more paint. I'm going to keep, I guess I'm going to use that. I was going to keep it, but now I'm going to use it. It's not as bad. The marks aren't as many as I was anticipating. Alright, I guess I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Let me put a paper towel down. I kind of want smaller at the top, but I can't do both. I'm not sure how well I did that. Try and line the teeth up again. Now whoever's deciding to go to the bathroom in the hallway should wait. Let me wipe that off. See how I like it. I think I'm going to grab my sponge. It's not perfect, but it's not horrible either, and I think it might be done. I just have to get the last mark in there. Well, maybe I don't. I could leave it like it is, but I want to try. Slow is the key. I've got this gorgeous paint left over and nothing to do with it. Hopefully that'll dry out like a point. I think we're done. I'm really tempted by one more thing actually. And I've got paint to do it. It looks like some really surrealistic bird with a big green spiral eye and a blue beak to me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the compliments that keep my morale boosted. Thank you for the donations that help keep me painting. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing my videos. I really appreciate you guys being here. If you watch longer or watch some of the commercials or make a comment, those things are all super helpful to me. My creative playlists are on my YouTube channel, And if you go to my YouTube channel banner, you'll find the PayPal icon. Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links on my link tree. My community board will show you tomorrow's videos. If you have questions or you want the paint pouring recipe, ask me questions. It will. The paint pouring recipe is below Show More. When you click Show More, you're going to find my email address. Thank you for everything. Shop my Amazon link, please. You can buy anything you want from there. And my 2 books are there, Because I Can and Unlimited Possibilities, Volumes 1 and 2. Thank you again for being here. I love you guys dearly. You inspire the heck out of me. Bye for now. Priscilla out.